and gals, welcome back to the channel. I'm your host Gearheadgirl, and today we're going to be showing you how to install your helmet pad insert kit. Alright guys and gals, so if you are interested in a whole race radio kit, please click the link above to find out more about where this came from and view the whole entire race radio kit. So for this helmet pad insert kit, we'll go ahead and get started here. It's pretty basic. You have your mic, and it's got an adhesive pad on the back, and this is your plug-in. It needs to be readily accessible, so you can plug it in to your radio in the car, and then of course your two earphones with the adhesive backing on them as well. So the important thing is getting these placed correctly so that they are in fact on your ears, and the mic in a placement that you'll be able to speak into it and be heard clearly. So we'll go ahead and get started. For this, you don't really want to be flipping your helmet over on a glass table, so we're going to put down some bubble wrap. And I'll kind of go over quickly. You're going to put your mic up here, of course the earphones on either side. So now we'll switch to an overhead shot. Alright, now as you can probably see, one headphone has a longer cord than the other. This is the one that's going to go to the far side of the helmet. So figure out which side you want to run this cord. Usually, depending on what country you're on and what side the car is on, you typically want to run this so that it's coming out by the driver's side door, because that's usually where you're going to plug it in into the car. Of course, that varies. It could be on the inside. That's just up to you, personal preference, and where the radio is located in the car. So we've got this here. So what you want to do is first try on the helmet and figure out where the ear pads need to be. Alright, so with this you want to figure out where your ears are lining up when your helmet is comfortably seated on your head. And then just kind of take note, feel around, and mark it if you can. In this particular case, my ear is sitting right about here, so if I can insert the speaker right about there, I'll be real happy. In my case, I want them to go, so here's my marking point, I want it to go up and a little bit back, so right around this particular area. So I'm just going to go ahead and pull these out. While you're doing this, is a good opportunity to clean your helmet. We're going to go ahead and give these pads a nice little wipe down. So you really want to right up in there. Alright, so with this, again, you want to pick which side, so I'm going to be putting it on this side based off of where the radio plugs into the car. So you can see it kind of taking the cheek pads out, and we've got this pad we can remove here. And with these, you can put them in real quick by using these adhesive pads and just sticking them on the outside, or you can take the speakers out of the pads themselves and save these for possibly a quick install. So we'll go ahead and do that here. So now we have our exposed speakers, and we're going to be making an incision in here and sticking them inside. So basically, I want this to be tucked up under there, kind of facing back. Then we can leave this one out because it's going on that side. And just tuck these guys back in here. And so you can see where your mic is going to run comes almost perfectly to the center right there. So you're putting that there and then running this up to the speaker in here. And I'll just tuck this back in to kind of hold everything in place. Alright, so we're putting our mic right here. So I'm going to go ahead and clean off that area as much as possible. Very good contact. So we'll just peel off that backing so we have the adhesive side. And just press that in there and hold it so we get a nice good adhesion. And that's the mic done. A knife. There we go. That's working. So note it is sewn into the plastic here, so get rid of that. And then now we should have clearance to shove our speaker in. Grab our speaker. And hopefully you guys can see this. I'm going to shove the speaker into the little hole that we made and maneuver it down. So now it's right here to where my ear is. And then we can tuck this wire up under the Velcro and pull this down. There we go, shove everything and get it nice and seated. And there you can go. So that's all nice and tucked in there. There's no wires. Speaker is right there where my ear is going to be. So right there. Now we can go ahead and do the other side. If you want to be fancy, you can sew that hole back up, or you can apply a little bit of hot glue. So then we'll go over to this side now. We've got this guy. And go ahead, tuck that inside. And so we've got this one. And what I might do is run this under this part a little bit. And then, because again, I want this sitting right about here. And so I'll have the wire, because you don't want any strong kinks in the wire. I don't know if you can see that. I've got the wire kind of curving around back to it. So I'll have it sitting right about there. I'll go ahead and make another incision on this side up here. Always be careful when you're using a knife or other sharp object. And I just want to make a hole big enough in the fabric to insert my speaker. So now you got that. So I will just hide that away in there and begin to work it down to where I need it to be. Cool. That's about where I want it on this side. And I'm going to go ahead, rotate it sideways, and hide all this extra cord. And then we can go ahead and get it around. And all I'm doing now is just working that cord so it's nice and hidden. And you can see it runs right around the edge of this. We'll pull this down, slide that back in place. We're going to tuck the cord in down here and adjust all of that. And ta-da! Check that out. So you can see there's no obvious signs of speakers or anything hanging out in there. There's no adhesive, there's nothing to bother you. The mic's right up there. That's about the only thing that you can tell. That and this cord, that it actually has a radio kit wired in it. That is how to wire in your helmet kit. So now you can plug in and have race radio and talk back. So super happy about that. And then as you can see, all you have is just the plug hanging out, and you're ready to race. Alright guys and gals, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, please hit like and subscribe for future content, and we'll catch you guys back in the next one. See ya. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and like and comment if you enjoyed this video. If you want to be awesome and provide support for better content, click on the Patreon link in the description below. Check us out online at Gearheadgirl69.com or GHG69.com, or follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Gearheadgirl69.